These are the biggest and baddest wrestlers in the entire world. And they're waiting to take you on in the ring.
Or you can take them on with Acclaim's Vcr Wrestlemania game. This board game and video cassette puts the wrestling superstars in your corner and gives you the greatest wrestling moves of all time. So go ahead, jump into the ring.
And with the Vcr Wrestlemania game, you can win. From Acclaim.
Welcome back to Neon Trash, all you cyberpunks and retro nerds. Tommy the Hammer here, hanging out with Johnny Rocket and the Kent City Crippler, Matties. Yeah, tonight we are going to be hanging out and playing a WWF board game.
Oh, yeah. What you gonna do?
Who would have thought, right, guys? This is one of those old school 1980s VHS board games. They were really popular back in the day.
It's such a weird thing. Like they tried, right? They really tried. And to come across this in like, I don't know, fairly decent condition for its age, honestly, like, why the hell not? Let's give this thing a whirl. Like, we're stepping into the Wayback Machine.
The guy who sold it to me said it is complete, and you guys are going to be checking it out, so
Stick with us.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are going to go ahead and do this unboxing of the WWF VCR game. When I got this, one of the things that drew me to it was its condition, and as you can see, it is in relatively immaculate condition. It's got a sticker up here in the corner, 25 bucks. The guy knocked off 5, I got it for 20. So obviously here's the board. We're going to take a look at that real quick here. And yeah, look at the colors on that.
There's what we're going for.
Yeah, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And there it is, guys.
Of course. The piece de resistance. The VHS itself. That looks like it's in really good shape. That label looks nice.
Yeah.
This looks like it was played once, maybe.
We're going to take a look real quick here at the film. And yeah, not a crinkle in sight.
Beautiful.
Whoever had this, loved it. We're going to go ahead and dive right into this game because I'm stoked to see the footage on here. It's going to be odd because it's going to be wrestling scenes.
We've got our tokens in place. Do you want to be red or blue there?
It doesn't matter to me.
I'm giving you the fucking choice.
Well, then I'll be fucking red.
All right.
Beat me,
Kent City Crippler is red here.
Oh, survive if I let you.
Oh man, it's getting rowdy.
Rocket is going to be blue. We've got our hands of cards ready with our counter moves and our offensive moves, right? Because we're wrestlers fighting. We've got our referee cards. At this point, we're going to draw each an interview card and read it aloud. And then we'll roll that D6 to see who goes first. So, when you met me, you better have your insurance policy paid up because you're going to have to use it after I get done with you.
You have 2 chances to beat me. Slim and none.
I'm going to roll first, and 2.
5.
You see, Crippler's got a 5, so he's gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're trying to figure out how the fuck to play this game, and let me tell you guys, these are some goddamn convoluted ass rules about how you use each of your cards and how you roll the dice and whether or not you want to move the spaces you roll or draw another card and play a card. Like, this is confusing as fuck, honestly, and this is coming from somebody who, like, grew up playing a bunch of board games with all kinds of crazy-ass rules like Monopoly and Risk and shit like that.
If the player chooses to draw a card instead of moving the number of spaces indicated by the roll of the die, then he draws an offense card.
What the fuck?
If his die rolls on an odd number or draws a counter move card.
So it's odd, so I would draw an offense. I can either draw an offense card or I can move 1 space.
What's he gonna do?
I'm gonna move 1 space. Boom. I'm in the ring.
What does the arrow mean that you landed on?
Move in this direction? Okay, so we just got to watch like a literally 10-second clip of an old WWF match. And it had, what was that? It was a Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
The Hammer Valentine.
And Greg the Hammer Valentine. And
Trademark.
Brutus was red.
Yep.
And Valentine was blue.
Yep.
So that corresponding to our little tokens here.
I'm red.
And one executed a move on the other, and it gave red 9 points. We're still above water here. We're still we're treading water. We're hanging on.
Above water, but
right.
like water in the lung, man.
It's close. We're close. We're still alive. All right. Just
All right,
hang on.
all right. I'm hanging on.
All
Man.
right.
I thought this was immensely complicated, but John was mentioning earlier that this right here is an old school board game. This is how games were played in the 80s.
Exactly.
And that's how it was. Like I mean, I remember it too. You had games like Clue, you had Monopoly, you had all these complicated games that took a minute. It took a moment for you and your family and the other players to understand the rules, to understand the dynamic, and to give it a little bit of time.
It was supposed to be complicated because it was supposed to take a lot of your time. That's why you were playing this, to take up your time, to entertain yourself and whoever else was playing this for the entire night, And so it took us a little bit to figure it out, but once we did, it was actually pretty fun, honestly. And once we played it, and then I went back and read the instructions and figured out we missed a few things.
Not too many, but
we definitely did a bridge version. We did a 2022 version of it, honestly. Illegal moves, legal moves, countering, referees.
back was turned.
What's
Anyway,
happening?
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good game. Had a fun time. Next time we'll definitely know what to do a lot more, be better at it, and we'll make an evening out of it.
Sure.
So,
And show you the different ways that you can be entertained by professional wrestling, because it's a ton of fun if you just let it be. Don't be an asshole.
Exactly.
This is fake, this is stupid.
Hey, it's
just be
entertainment.
entertained by it.
have fun with it.
Exactly. Life is too short to be a dick about this. Just to have fun and enjoy it for what it is. These guys are really putting their bodies on the line and executing these moves.
Yeah.
And sure, it may be scripted and we know who's going to win, but that doesn't mean that the moves that they're doing in the ring and the things that they're executing aren't death-defying and physically strenuous and
be deadly.
Yeah, they really can.
And they have no season. They're
And they're just
year-round.
doing this to entertain you, so just be entertained by it, right?
I hope we've been informative, motherfuckers. Until the next time, tune in
to Neon Trash.
Oh yeah!
Ridiculous board game reviews.
Woo!